Hello, and welcome in, everybody. Hello, Hal. Hello there. And yes, you're absolutely not new here as well. Hello, everybody. First and perhaps most notable thing might be that it looks a little different in my game. And that it probably looks like I'm using shaders. And I guess technically, yes, I am using shaders, but I'm not using reshade. There's, where's the, here we go. Boop. See, that's what the game would normally look like. I'm not actually using, reshade. I'm using the, built-in NVIDIA shaders that, like, come with my graphics card and my various programs that are attached to NVIDIA stuff and all that. And it's not nearly as strong. I will grant you, it's not nearly as strong as reshade. If you want to use lots of shaders and do a bunch of cool stuff, then I guess, you know, reshade or G-shade or whatever is the way to go. But this lets me do a couple of things, which are really all I care about. Is crank up like the saturation a little bit, change the color a little bit, increase the sharpness just a touch, right? Not a ton of things, but just like the few things I generally care about. And it'll also let me take screenshots and stuff, so, you know, I don't need to fully install the whole friggin' reshade package and everything in order to do what I want to do with the game. There's only one thing it doesn't let me do, which is the one unfortunate annoyance, which is that I can't create like a green screen background for my character to take green screen shots. And that's sort of terrible. No idea who that is. Just bouncing around. Anyway, that doesn't matter to you guys, only to me, off stream for the most part. But what matters now is that I finally got Dawntrail installed. I went and I purchased Dawntrail, and then I set everything up, and then I went into the game, and then it's like, welcome to Endwalker. The title screen was Endwalker, and I was in the game. I'm like, why does this not seem right? And eventually my friends reminded me that I'm an idiot, and this game does not, in fact, update on Steam the way most other games do when you buy DLC. I have to go onto the Mog Station and actually type in the CD key to register the game. Still, so, you know. Of course, the very first thing I do when getting into the game is bumble around and waste like an hour trying to figure out what's going wrong. But doesn't matter. We are here and we're off on a whole brand new adventure. But first and foremost, this delivery Moogle's apparently holding on to a bunch of stuff for me. Some of it's probably the digital collector's edition, blah, 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 whatever thing. Because I did buy the collector's edition version of Dawntrail, so that'll get me a couple of things. 10 fat chocos, hembuttery. Oh, this is the drops. That's what this is. This is the drops or the viewer rewards or whatever I was getting from other people. Okay. I wondered what these ones were. Chokorpoker whistle. I know what mount I'm using. And here I get a brush Picto 1, huh? Okay, so you can use it at any point on Pictomancer. I don't care that much about the brush, but we'll see. The arc and wind up garnet. I may actually use the arc ultimately, but I will check out the Chokorpoker. Thank you, Moogle Man. Now then, let us go into the actual story. Spoilers! In case it wasn't obvious to anyone who came into a stream called Dawntrail Lv MSQ. Big spoilers for the new expansion. But probably only the first bit, as this is a very kind of late stream for me. It's 7 p.m. at the moment, much later for some of my friends who are like, it's 10 o'clock and stuff like that. But usually I wouldn't stream this late, but I really wanted to do some Dawntrail this week. I really wanted to finally get into Dawntrail, and it just took me a while to get everything set up. That, and I was up until 6 a.m. this morning, with other things, so I didn't actually like wake up until about 2 p.m. So that was great. Also, this does not mean there will not be free trial stuff. There will be a free trial stream this week as well. Most likely, since I'm streaming today, I probably won't do it tomorrow. So it'll most likely be on Wednesday. There will be a free trial stream. And as long as I didn't horribly break my game, I may push back the free trial stream if I horribly broke my install so that I can't properly play both of these characters. Because that's kind of an annoying thing and I haven't tested that yet. But we'll see. Ideally, what I'm looking to do going forward for a while is I will have at least one stream a week that will be Dawntrail MSQ, and I will have one stream per week that will be free trial. So on like Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll generally do my free trial stream so that I can capture footage and get it out by Friday on YouTube for the weekly update there. Or the weekly playthrough, or whatever the fuck you want to call that. Right? And pretty much any other streams I do each week will most likely be Dawntrail MSQ. Like, at least one, maybe more. Ojika! New world to explore. Also, as is pretty standard for me when I'm doing MSQ playthrough, I'm starting this on Paladin, picking up from where I left off in Endwalker, and when I reach the part in the story where it feels right to change, I will change to a new class. Change to the box art character, basically. From Erenville. We've managed to secure passage to Tyrol aboard a guild ship vessel. In the main hall, I go and inform your travel companions. It should only take a moment. Main hall. Oh my god, we get to hang out with all of our post Endwalker buddies again. I've been hanging out with all the ARR versions of our buddies for a while now, so... Also, I did put together a little bit of a glam. It's nothing too fancy, but it's just enough to be kind of like the box art for Dawntrail, and also just be like, I'm ready for a new adventure. My nice brown jacket and my boots, and I'm ready to go off on a new adventure. And to chow down on tacos and get drunk at Margaritaville. Guess we'll see. Who do we have? Why, hello there. Are both of them coming with us? She could give us the good news. We're made ready to sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Erenville himself. Nice new painter outfit there, Kryle. Yes, we are, Erenville. The Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Tyrol. The other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. Anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves? I'm not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now's the time to voice them. Got a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Thrall, yes? Yes, we're going to beat up the other people who claim the throne and win the tournament. Mr. Deciding its next ruler, yep. We shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. I do like how anyone else who wants to take over the throne is basically shit out of luck at this point, because Wook Lamont brought in the ringer of the freaking Warrior of Light, who's this blunt instrument you could just sort of throw at any test they give her. Another objective. Part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. Leading to all, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another. Now they find common ground, develop stronger ties, sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilsebard. I love the like 15-year-olds that have become the like leaders of the newly reformed Garlemald. See this going around town, you can be assured it will give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. Find out about your grandfather, right, Carl? I determined from the old missive I found he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Oddly enough, we have no record of the investigation in our archives. I think to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. For reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. Alright then. Chance to speak with Papa, you could get your answers right from the source. Look forward to meeting him. You're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. Herodville. Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I'm part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Haha. Still playing the part of the Stoic Servant, I see. Herodville. Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. I'm good. But the way Tegas actually plays is. Don't everybody standing here talking about it. Wheresoever adventure is to be found. Yep, off on a new adventure. They tell me. We're still committed to the journey. I say we make ready to depart. Also, I haven't like touched any of this stuff since Dawntrail came out, so like I have no idea how much of my setup for Paladin is still gonna work the way it did before. Wait, Bulwark is block? Why is that here? Shark Provoke, Iron Will, Intervention. Reprisal, Arm's Length. Probably because I ran out of extra stuff to put in other places. Throw a shield, intervene, okay. Did Bulwark just replace... No, because there's Sheltron. What is Bulwark? That seems new to me. Am I right? Is that new? No idea. Maybe do casting up there? No. Because then I can't put the... Or actually, I could. Yeah, let's put my casting up here. And then I can just keep that there. Shield bash there. Barrier, and all party members near you that absorbs damage equivalent to... Why do I have that there? Man, there's too many friggin... Paladin has so many mitigations that I have them in weird locations at this point. Cover. Dashes, moves. Increase block rate to 100 and creates a designated area in a combat. Okay, that's the wings. It's the Paladin wings. Hyper potion. I don't know that I need hyper potions with clemency, but at least that's a OGCD. That's an instant cast. I really don't know exactly where to put these. Yeah, too many abilities and not enough things that like combo, basically. I still have way too many buttons. There are the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in any danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Still have far too many buttons.
Savor any moment.
Let's go.
Feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Actually, I'm coming for tacos and tequila. But you know, a new adventure is always kind of nice too, so sure, why not?
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
I'm sure we'll find a way to get in over our heads.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels.
Great. There we go. I also do like the idea that, like, we went out to the edges of the universe and fought a bunch of enemies and very dangerous beings and stuff like that that were all 10 levels lower than some of the strongest creatures off in America.
Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Buffiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Ah, Admiral Buffiswin. Great. Like, the necessity of level ranges around, like, MMO design kind of makes that hilarious. It's like, go off to the ends of the universe. These enemies aren't even as strong as the weakest enemies over here across the sea.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Don't worry.
Way,
now that you have the Warrior of Light on the ship, we'll probably get
experience,
attacked 50 times on the way there.
which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
All right.
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
I mean, pretty much. I can just teleport back here later if need be, so... I'm good.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Kettenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children.
Mom and Dad,
as the
there to see their
continent
kids
of
off.
Tural.
I'm queen of the New World!
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your
man.
daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat.
Okay. Believe it! Sorry. The kind of energy she's coming in this story with at the beginning is just like, believe it! I'm gonna be the next Hokage! Aha. New version of the map. I'm pretty sure old versions of the map showed the New World as kind of like much smaller than this. Glad to see no one's puking yet.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
Guess we'll see.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the rite of
Some
succession.
interesting, like, highlighted hair that dude's got, which makes me think he's maybe not just some background dude. It's gonna be part of the story.
Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions.
Or you could just tell me what they told you. That'd be quicker.
Did you look out across these same waters, grandfather?
I mean, probably. He seems like he's been all over the place. He's even got a name instead of just a title. So you knew here before, you great and famous hero. Had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Thrall, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds. Implying that, like, the mammal jaw you've met up till now are all pretending to just be, like, brutes. Yes, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of Great Kettenrom. First Eorzine to set foot on Tyrol almost 80 years ago. Mammal Jaw's leader is said to have welcomed Kettenrom with open arms and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. The real treasure was the crops he brought back. Potatoes, tomatoes, and corn. Spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. Culinary revolution, oh my god. Captain Rom returned to Tyrol several times after that. His ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. And even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end as testimony to the ocean's peril. Some Lalafell gleaner. Yeah, so I managed to squeeze his party aboard one of our chartered vessels. Okay, so that's how Erenville managed to get a ship. You want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants in the right of succession, your young Wooklamot being one of them, of course. From what a Mammal Job bloke was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Like, I'll put money down on Wooklamot any day, any amount. Just because I'm here, pretty much. Adventure, I presume. I'm merchant myself, based in Eldar. Specialty imports and exports. Eorzean and Thrali both. This is your first crossing the salt, as they say. Do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this, it's not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. The Mikote, the Hetzaro, the Rothgar, the Zabral. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with the clan. That's weird, and I'm not sure I completely understood exactly what he was saying there. I'll have to just sort of feel it out as I get there and they start referring to me as something else. Fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. And the only named person around for me to talk to. Bonjontain? Bonjontain? Bonjontain. Well, this will be my first visit to Tyrol. Bonjontain is the name. I was working at Times Aesthetics in Olda, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. So I visited Charlie in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. Sailing off to the New World? Told the Dawn Servant welcomes all regardless of origin, so Tulia Law seemed like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Yeah, he's trying to go to a completely different continent in the hopes that they'll not have heard whatever reason he totally got fired for. Learn anything of interest? Some things. Nothing too important yet. I'd heard about the clan names, which have Wukla, Motner, and they'll teach us the ones we should know. See, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. Boom, boom. It's taking forever to load. Oh, there you go. Yeah, this looks more like any trip that the Warrior of Light decides to go on.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
Wuklamot, of all people, is the one gonna
How's
puke
your
up her
stomach?
guts?
Any better?
Oh my god.
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just
Sure you
feeling
don't.
a little nauseous is all.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Tyrol, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name.
I mean, that seems pretty common for Vera, actually.
As for my mother,
If I remember correctly, Vera males are, like, only used for breeding purposes when they want children, right? And they're not, like, family units. Jesus.
Oh dear.
Anything we could do to help? We got a lot of very strong people in the hold here. Yep. Jesus.
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
I guess. Sounds like they could use it.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
It's almost like it knew the Warrior of Light was coming. Like, you can't put me on a boat and have it actually reach the port safely.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy. sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
I mean, you need to be careful with that, Alphado, because you can't swim for shit. Ah, crystals, huh?
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
Magical defenses, eh? That must be what they're getting all the crystals for. Jesus! This is an interesting design for this ship.
What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Really? Like, all I had to do was attune to it with my ether. I do that shit all the time.
Buklamat, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress. By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural.
So is Erenvel gonna be our, like, storyteller for this entire expansion?
In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
That'd be interesting. We're here! Time to go check out the new world.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air?
At least you finally
Seems my
stuffed it
belly
all
has
back
settled
down.
along with the weather, but
Yep.
I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground.
Uh-huh.
Can't be much farther now, can it?
Okay, maybe not so much settled yet.
Seabirds.
Wow, 3 seagulls right there. If only this was an ocean fishing expedition, I'd have great luck if they all 3 showed up right there.
Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
I wonder if we'll end up in like a ship graveyard-esque type of area. Like ships that just didn't know and got too close and got torn up on the reefs.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm.
All I had to do was attune. Like, they brought all the crystals.
As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
God.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Yes, I want to explore the new world. I want to attune to an aetheryte, so that I'll never have to sail it again. Just teleport around.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There's my trailer shot.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Ah, yay! Just fucking, my eyes! My eyes! Just start up Dawntrail in like the middle of the night, all the lights turned off and everything, and then hit that title screen and just instant epileptic seizure. Ooh. There's some interesting night music. Nice. I need to hit up all the markets in the Aetherite and stuff like that. For any new fancy pieces of cool outfits and stuff that I could wear. Although most of the stuff here is probably going to be 91. So I may not have anything on that I could glamour it over.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
Great, the Vanu have spread to the New World.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
Ah.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Yeah, yeah. Lamont can basically sail back into town with whoever she wants.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
See, yeah, they're already using the different names, right? Zabral for Rothgar.
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tuli Yolal?
We're foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. But we were hired by one of the prospects.
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Oh, God.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Say it like you mean it, Alize.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
Exactly.
Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tuli Yolal.
Awesome. And of course, I'm an instance one. Yeah, of course. We're back to instances. Gimelja? What's a Gimelja? So have you carried that for I missed the I don't know. I wonder if the title, the name, whatever, is more about their position, and so Gimelja here is more like a dock worker or a merchant, while Mammalja are like mercenaries. Or I thought it was more of a tribe thing than a like a work thing, though. Oh, cool! Another leave meat. That's probably right next to someone that you turn in stuff for. So there's probably a new leave that's like the best one you could do, where you just craft hundreds of it and then you just burn all of your allowances by literally just going back and forth here and turning them in. Summoning bells. Oh yeah, I haven't touched my retainer since logging in. Market board. I don't really want to waste time doing that right now, though. I can do all that stuff off of on my own time. Nice Ethernet shards. I'm not gonna explore the whole city. I just want to check out like this main dock area first. See if there's some merchants around here. Love that it's always easy to tell who are the players and who are the NPCs. Like, kinds of armor and shit the players run around in. Boom, 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 boom. Script exchange. What they got now? Purple? Nope, this is 90 gear. That's definitely not what I'd be looking for anyway. Looks like they don't even have the, like, 100 gear stuff. Zero Ja. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the difference is for the naming there. Dinalja. Okay. That's a little... That's interesting. For just like a town theme? That's interesting. Very jazzy, like swing dancey type stuff going on here. That's a bit weird for a town theme, but okay. Okay. Yep, I figured that was an invisible wall. Everything about the way that looks over there is like, yeah, you're not walking over there. Alright. Suppose that's enough. I checked out the main docks area, and I wasn't able to find a merchant. That was interesting, though. Let's see. I'm sure a lot of the first quests will be just about, like, exploring the town. So I don't want to just go off and do it all on my own and then just have to do it again with the MSQ. I don't know where the basic merchants are. Okay. Let's do this. Storms, if it's the contrary, here we are. Safe and sound. Lots of XP. Ooh. That's a nice quest complete. Arrived in Tuliolaw. You return to the city at any time by speaking with the sprightly sailor in Scholar's Harbor in Old Charlian. Barely any XP for the paladin because it's already 90, but that was a lot of XP still. I love it, like, I see a list of XP that they're offering me for the ending of this quest that, like, if I could get that on my free trial character, that would bump him up like 20 levels in one go. Like, on my paladin, it's about 1/10 of a single level for him. It's like, that don't make sense, but it's just hilarious to me playing both of these characters, like, simultaneously. Nation of Tuliolal. I am probably just going to hold on to any coffers that they give me for the quests. At least a single of any coffers they give me for the quests. Like, if they give me 2 weapons over the course of 91 and 92 or whatever MSQ, I'll pop the lower level one. Yeah, the lower level one. But I'm going to try and hold on to 1 copy of any coffers they give me over the course of the quest, because, as I said before, I'm not actually going to play through this as Paladin. I'm just going to play up to the point where it feels right to change, and then I'm going to be changing. That will stop my MSQ a little early one day when that does happen, because I didn't get the class. As part of this little weird side story thing that I'm weaving of my own, my character is going to, like, brick wall it, go, like, it's time to change, and then go pick up the class, so then I'm going to have to, like, level it up off stream or something. Right then, first things first. Yup, still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I guess when they say that they don't bother to make sailing vessels of their own here in the New World, it does kind of make sense that Wuklamot can't handle it. And as we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. Arguments here. Should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Ah, we were wondering who those strange folk were. So the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Look, Lamont, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. Third Promise does not get seasick, you know, sir. As for my handpicked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the right of succession. I was about to show them around in the city, in fact. Sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the Third Promise. Everyone would be curious. We certainly were. Siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance. But you're just so easy to approach. I enjoy it so much when you do. Please don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. Very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. Let's see how many other ways they can say that Wuklamot just really isn't ready for the throne. It's technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in 2 groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then? What do you mean technically? You and Crowd can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. The voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Now we explore. And hopefully Wuklamot will point me at the merchants. But we should wait a bit, at least until Wuklamot's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Just gonna puke her guts up all over the place. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. What with the contest looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, might as well tell you all about the harbor. Erenville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yoktoral, the southern landmass. The plans there produce various goods for export. The wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Wuklamot and Kryl are now being escorted by you. Yes, I know all that. Alright. Let us go check out the town. I need a drink, and the biggest taco you can find, please. This is Bayside Bevy, Tuliolo's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Alright, I should mention that here in Tuliolol we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelu Pelu created. Don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your guild. There's also Wachumeki Meki. Wachumeki Meki! Wachumeki Meki. Another market to the east of here. But that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. God, of course the market is called Wachumeki Meki. I really hope that there's like crafting and leaves associated with that market. So head back a bit, then northwards up the stairs to a certain plaza. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. I don't assume I can pick up leaves here at all, or can I? Yeah, see, I can't even do that yet. Yeah, I'm guessing I need to finish a number of the MSQ quests before sort of all the markets and leaves and the first stage of like hunt log and stuff like that all unlocks here. Okay, here's some merchants. Mender, trade craft supplier. Starting at 91. Yep, 91, 97, 94. Okay. Yeah, I don't need it. Can't use any of it yet anyway. Weapons. Starting at 90. Interesting, these are all 90s. They're all 645s though, and my stuff should be 660 or 665. 665, 640, 650. Okay, mostly 650, some 660. Left over from the other stuff I did. Battlecraft gear. Let's see, do I have anything that's still below 640? Yeah, the Diadoco stuff is still a little low. And I still have a couple of those. Still have a ring at 630. Ugh. Alright. I can get the head, the top, and a ring. Any rings, accessories? There we go. Time to get rid of some old stuff. Wait, I can equip it. And the old ring. I hate it. Good thing I kept this on hand. Just get rid of the headpiece altogether. There we go. I could rip my old materias off of these, I think. Now I have the, this can be much smaller, thank you. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, yes, I need to, let's see. XP bonus 4. XP bonus 4. That may not seem like much, but normal food only gives you an experience bonus of plus 3%. These are giving you plus 4s. Nice. And, garnet. The arc. And the Chocopicker. Guess I just go ahead and use these then. Duration can be extended to 60 by using multiple servings, 30 minutes, crappy stats, but a good XP bonus. May as well. And there we go, 654 now. Not bad. Alright. Independent merchant. Materia melders, I don't need them. X potions, I still have hyper. 25, 24. Yeah, once it's high quality, it might be better. Chetamoya? Nothing, just an ingredient. Dark matter, more Giesel greens. God, it's so easy to just buy Giesel greens, man. When I'm playing on a normal playthrough, I remind myself of some things I kind of hate about what I'm doing with a free trial playthrough, but then, you know, whatever. Gemstone vendor is going to be worthless to me because they always are. In order to... The gemstone vendors in the main towns, I think, give you, like, all the most important pieces from all the different areas that you can get for the bicolor gemstones, but you can't use these guys until you have completely finished the shared fates in all of the zones. Like, not just one, you have to completely finish all the shared fates in all the zones in order to unlock the ones in the main town. And I've never finished all my shared fates in any expansion. There's the main aetheryte. Nice looking. What do you think of that, eh? It's me, you have aetherytes in Tuliolol. I think I told you before, but my brother Koana spent 3 years studying in Sharlayan. Koana, eh? Fell in love with the nation and its ways. Brought back to us the knowledge of aetheryte construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once. Had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Jacques Tural. Let's make a stop at Bright Bloom Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters for the Landsguard, which are like the local cop guys. Attuned to this giant freaking aetheryte. Jesus, the size of this thing. Alright, nothing. Next place is up here. It is such a weird song for this zone. I like it, it's interesting, but it's so weird, the song for this zone. Oh. Talon March. Well, hello there, everyone. Tuliolol's elevation. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Clamont gets her endless endurance. God. We have a lot of narrow winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Seafoam Fields. Whatchamakey. I should probably grab that one while I'm here. Because I don't know that she's going to take me to Whatchamakey. I didn't get these, but I can try them later. Oh, is Whatchamakey down there? Oh wait, I think I may have already gotten that one then. No matter, I will go through the town, and whatever I don't get along the way, I'll just pick up later. Interesting. Equalia Plaza. Damn, this is a huge zone. This really is a giant freaking hub town. This makes this feel like much larger than all the others before it. Here we are, Bright Bloom Post. Soldiers stationed here responsible for defending Tuliolol and preserving the peace. The Landsguard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago when Zoral Ja took over as commander. Title's no empty honor, it means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alfino and Alice should be around to hear too. Last time I show you the Skygate. It's right at the northern end of Talamach. Zoral Ja, huh? I've been avoiding spoilers as much as I can for this, which is not to say I've gone completely unspoiled about certain things, but, or certain characters. But it should be fairly clean. That is a big gate. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Oh, man. On the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yaqui. Strictly speaking, Tural is actually two separate continents. Yogg-Tural, the southern lands of the mother, and Shak-Tural, the northern lands of the father. So I'd be on the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle. When one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. Familiar sounding tale. Put in mind of the conflict between Heidelin and Zodiac. Getting back to Shak-Tural. Those lands are also part of the Tuliolol nation, right? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the peoples of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Tural had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to the myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. That's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. I have a whole new continent to explore. Crossing the bridge to Shak-Tural requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the Rite of Succession is over. Oh my god. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then you'll just have to wait. Is that going to be like the end of the MSQ? We can go to Shak-Tural, but not before? No, there's no way they're going to cut that much of it off. Unless they plan to expand on it mostly in post-Dawntrail. I'm guessing partway through something's going to happen and we're going to have to go to Shak-Tural at that point. Wish we could go there right now. I see you got monies. I had monies. I'm not really broke. I like never have a consistent income, which is why I don't like to spend very often, but I'm not really broke. I do have some money in the bank. Be patient. I swear that once the throne is mine, the travel permit is yours. At least you get to cringe trail, god. The law's unlike any other place I visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Oglamont, City of Stairs. Ready to commence the second half of your Tuliolol tour. We'll head west next, towards the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. Okay, so we are heading back the other direction. We have dirigibles too. Tuliolol certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now if you've seen enough of the area, let me know and we'll continue on. Oh yeah, that quest accepted one is pretty interesting too. The Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. They're now companions, blah blah blah, escort, blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. It is a big friggin' zone. Wait, did I? Yes, that's the one for that place. Like, It's easy to sit here and say, like, Tuliolal is the biggest hub town we've seen up to this point. But that's not all I'm thinking. Like, Tuliolal, I think, is bigger by, like, double or more the biggest hub town we've ever seen. I think Tuliolal is easily 2 or 3 times bigger than any other hub town in the game. It's crazy just how long it takes me to, like, get anywhere. Still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of Yakui Temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Shaktaral, to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yakui withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuliolal. We climb these sets of stairs here, all the way up. Boom, 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 boom. Sprint up the stairs as fast as possible, and then trip and slam your face into the frickin' stone. What is this? Something for, like, kids to play on or something? Because it's not quite swings. They're, like, bolted in place. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's specifically for kids, although I guess that is a kid, right? Yeah, it's like a kid's playground, I guess. Oh yeah, they even have, like, little climbing walls and things like that. It's interesting that this town's version of a kid's playground seems to have a bunch of almost, like, military training devices. Like, practice your balance, practice climbing this wall and scaling down the other side. It's like... yeah, that... Boom, 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 boom. The palace. The scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what that carving at the top represents. Papa's palace is called Volak Shunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. Probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. Yeah, big freaking everything. Everything is freaking huge in this place. It's crazy, man. Boom, boom, boom. And move on. Little garden area. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? We have residents from all the Yoctoro clans. Mamoljar, Jabral, Palu Palu, Moblen, Hanu Hanu. We also have Tonawata, Hetzaro, and Shatona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Shaktural. I think Hetzaro is the one they said is for Mikote. So the Mikote in the New World seem to be northerners. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tural. A representation of Tuliolal's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's also beautiful, yeah, so it seems like... Don't you think so? Come, we continue down the stairs. It seems like part of what they're doing with, like, oh, we're going to America, is really kind of playing into the idea of, like, a melting pot. Not so much with, like, the races, because those are all a little predefined, so it's difficult to have, like, half this, half that kids running around everywhere. Right? Game isn't really built as an engine to handle that too well. But, like, the cultural aesthetic, right, like the big mixing pot of like all sorts of different traditional and cultural type designs mixed into all their houses and stuff. Can I? Alley-oop! Oh yeah. New zone, new shattered ankles, baby. Ah. Feels good to break those shins in a brand new area. Alpaca keep. Awesome. We get to ride these fluffy morons. Look at those eyes. There are no thoughts in that head. It's perfect as a mount for me. The huge drum. Such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat? What the fuck drum are you talking about? That's such an instrument. Huge drum. Nope. No idea. This big drum there is called the Dawntrail. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the lands gods returned from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and it ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. No, that's a door. Drum, please. Where? Thank you. The way they're talking about it, this thing's supposed to be like giant or whatever, right? But I don't see anything. Are they talking about that? Oh, yeah, see? You've got the dude standing up on the post there doing like taiko drum beating on the thing, right? Yeah, so they're talking about that. Okay. Interesting that she's like, they use it for special events, and you just got a guy up there bashing on it like crazy. Constantly. And here are the rituals. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolal. We have them for the exact same reason as the Aetherites. Fauna brought back the plans from Sharlayan, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. It's enough about the rituals. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. I find it interesting when you're in other nations, there's like, here's all these convenience we have, and we've had them for like hundreds of years, right? Like Aetherites or even airships have been around for, I want to say almost like 50, 80, something like that years ago. Like airships have been around basically since Garlemald became an empire, right? So that's like 80 or something like that years ago, I think. Or maybe even closer to 100, I don't remember. But like all this stuff that's been around for decades or even centuries, right? And then you come here to Tuliolal and she's like, oh yeah, my brother Koana brought all this stuff back 3 years ago. So like all of these developments in Tuliolal are all like really brand new. Like they've only been dealing with Aetherites and air travel and stuff like that for like 3 or 4 years. Dirigible landing. Whoop. Now, where are you trying to send me, game? You know what? Nah. I was wondering if I should, like, teleport to a different location that would be better suited to get there, but no, actually, this is about the same distance either way. So for what it's worth, I think I may try and push about a level of MSQ each time I do a Dawntrail stream. Maybe. I might go a little farther than that to find like a good settling point in the story beat or whatever, right? But I think I'll generally try to push through like the 90 MSQ today, and then when I start hitting like 91 quests, I might stop. Nope, that's just the drum again. So I'm not like burning myself out on the story too crazily. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the giants were still here, it is known as the Dawntrail Lv. But when Papa founded Tuliolal, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is called Kozama Uka. Kozama Uka. The wetland south of the city. Depending on what the Rite of Succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Awesome. Kozama Uka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Alpacas! Zero thoughts. Only fluff. Those are alpacas. Here's some four-legged fiends. Fearsome, brain-dead, fluffy, four-legged fiends. Fearsome? They seem quite placid to me. Does she have, like, a fear of alpacas because of something? You'll learn soon enough, Kyle. You'll learn soon enough. She, like, bit by an alpaca as a kid or something. Get the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. I know an alpaca is gettable. I don't remember how you get them out, though. But I kind of want it. It's such a doofus-looking thing. Like, it's perfect for me. How are we doing here? Resplendent Quarter, Forard Cabins. I guess I should grab... Oh my god. Oh, it's perfect. When I read Forard Cabins, the name of it, a part of my brain was like, is this like those beach cabins? And it is. It's perfect. I love this place. It's great. This is like... This is like one aspect to like my perfect paradise, basically. Those nice little cabins on stilts out by the beach. It's like you wake up at like 7 or 8 in the morning as the sun comes up, step out and just like dive off your dock right into the water. Oh, so good. We'd stay in a place kind of like that. It wasn't like this. It was a place on the beach, not on stilts over the water, right? The last time I was in Maui with my family in Hawaii, and it was great. I loved it. Like, the sun comes up, the light comes in, it wakes you up nice and naturally without any alarms or any nonsense like that. You step outside and you just dive into the ocean and go for a swim. Early in the morning. It's so great. You know, I think if I had infinite money, I didn't have to worry about, like, having internet and being able to do stuff I want and all that, I might have a place kind of like that. Now that I think about it. I never really stopped to think about it because I've never had, like, any money to my name to think about things I would do if I had as much money as I could ever want to do whatever I want. Sort of thing. If you wish to learn the history of Tuliolal, then look no further. The stone pillars, you mean? Boom. Nice decent chunks of XP. Ultimately, like I said, it's not going to matter. I'm not actually going to play through the whole MSQ as Paladin. But a couple levels here, a couple levels I don't have to get elsewhere. Stone Pillars, a saga in stone. What's special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations. But if you take a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Got it. I ain't in the duty finder. Yeah, it's obviously it's their history, their written history, telling the story. Oh yeah, good time for an ad. Okay, you know what? This scene is not auto-playing anyway. So there's an ad running for like the next 3 minutes. I am going to go ahead and take my first break and turn my fan on to get my room cooled down a bit. Everyone go ahead and hop up and stretch out, move around, go to the bathroom, grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you guys want to do. I'll be gone at least 3 minutes. I'm not actually going to progress the story at all while the ads are running, so anyone who doesn't have the ads won't be able to hear me say that, but won't have to worry about missing anything. Anyway, I will be back in, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, whatever minutes. See you guys soon.
Yep, there we go.
Damn it, he burrowed.
Oh, doggo.
Good
Hey,
job,
Gobble.
dumbass.
I have been through this phase.
I love him just like standing
Okay,
there
more elder knowledge.
watching, waiting. Dodge. Good job,
Excuse me.
idiot.
I did not mean to.
This very dramatic, this very heartfelt moment here. And it's great. It's really well written. And it really is hitting the right notes. I think this is really well done. But my idiot brain decided instead to look at all of the people in the background and how they're all perfectly static. Like, no one's moving at all. They didn't bother to, like, animate anyone. Like, oh, look at the secondary characters. Not these people here. Or even really these guys. They're a little animated. But all of these schlubs back here that are standing perfectly still. But over here. I will slap the shit out of you. You're so annoying. Damn, that's nuts. The order in my heart might have stopped altogether. Good, good. Slap him 10 more times. Slap him 10 more times. This idiot has completely derailed our storyline for his stupid rom-com. Slap him again.
While doing stuff. What the fuck? My twin? Hello?
You
It's
know
actually
what?
a pretty aura.
Hold on.
Wadiodol Wolfia. Oh my god, he's here! He's here! He's here! He came to visit us! Hello, sir!
Welcome.
Wait, okay, fine. Because you came to visit me, you can chance at my hat. My true visage. There you go.
Good, so someone did get it. Now we just need another intuition. Auto heal disabled, huh? That's okay, I have a healing ability. Hey look, another intuition! Just as I asked for it, we get another intuition. There you go.
The diadem.
Yeah. Oh, you can't really fight people as a gatherer class. Let's just give you a big freaking cannon. That'll work. Because it's now 3 in the morning. I started at 10 a.m. It's now 3 a.m. Some mistakes were made, but I said 6.0 or bust, and I damn well meant it. Running back and forth between these two locations, though, that's annoying. I really wish my stupid ship would just let me fly it now. And I still think it's dumb that you need to have the life support back on before you can fly your ship in a planet with an atmosphere. I mean, it'd probably be smart to do that before flying a ship around, have the life support working, but whoever said I was smart? So I'll just wait till, like, hard mode or something. Uh-oh, I think something just awoke in Aaron. Oh boy. Hi, buddy.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation.
That is not the voice I expected.
I have long considered how I might stand against you.
Although,
I admit,
I probably should have. Because I have had Elidibus being voiced before in the game. But tiny little, you know, tiny little twink boy Elidibus I just didn't think would have that voice. For some reason. Alright. We are back. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and get the game music going again, and let's get back into this MSQ. Pictures. Wait, no, these are glyphs. Seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed mammal jaw. Then this must be... That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Gulul Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuliolal came to be. Study them as long as you like. Oh God. Brotherhood, Lay of Reeds, Lay of Pots, Lay of Repast. Brother tells the Lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene when Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer, Cat... something. I can never remember the name. You mean Catanram? That's the one. Catanram's arrival in Tural is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. Said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit if not in blood. No one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Catanram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. Records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Lay of Reeds. We have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu in their village in Kozamauka. And the people often are almost mistook for Vanu. If not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. Don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. This one recounts the Lay of her past. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is of the Zabral like me. For decades, the Zabral and the Mamulja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktal. The actions Papa took to end the conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tuliolal. This clan of Hrothgar and Boja known as Hellions. In this society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted subjects. Here in Tyrol, Zabral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location. Yeah, there also seem to be almost no women in the other one. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots, which depicts the moblins of Kozamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Thorali counterparts. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Ugh. Whole nother set? Darn. It's all pretty interesting lore. Lay of Gold. Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu whose homeland is in Okopacha. When created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliola's markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Toral. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. This one is my favorite. The Lay of Ice depicts the battle with the legendary Teravedra Valagramanda. Just explain it. Teravedra is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. The Taru described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valagramanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Toral every time it started from its slumber. 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Okopacha mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valagramanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness in Tuliola's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. I'm sure we'll face Valagramanda. That being said, it's probably not the real Valagramanda, it's probably just a primal. Although the one from 80 years ago might have been a primal as well, who knows. I guess we'll see what it is, though. The Lay of Proof. The big fellows of the Yakhui, the largest of Toral's peoples. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yaktoral. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Shaktaral. You recall the massive bridge they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Okopacha. Never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Thorali history? I don't know, probably some horrible crap that destroyed them all. Honestly. This one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tuliola's history, whatever that might be. Probably the ascendance of the next ruler. Had you full of history then? Yes, I have. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of a local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. We call it Taco Bell. Sorry. The sound of that. God, if it's tacos, it absolutely would not be Taco Bell. Unless we're living in the worst timeline, which is Demolition Man's timeline, I guess. Now all restaurants are Taco Bell. Oh god, no! That's the one I already got, right? Yeah, Ferrari Captains. Alright. I'm still apparently missing some Ethernet shard, which is weird because I already got this one. What could I be missing? Resplendent, Dirigible. Oh, it's Volaxunsa. It's the palace. Okay, we haven't gone to the palace yet. Volaxunsa. Have you ever had tacos? They're a Tuliala classic. Have we not had any tacos? Has there really not been any tacos in the storyline up to this point? It's kind of surprising, honestly, to me. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Zabalia of Taya. Zabalia of Taya? Best. And I need one right in front of me, right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Brukevu. Heading downstairs for tacos. Bam. Darn, I was hoping I could shatter my shins again. It might be different tribes or different clans or whatever. Oh god. Ramajun? Bukevu?
Brukevu! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear the Silver Scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Oof.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
Oh.
Not my tacos! Dude.
Oh.
Sad kitty.
If it
Oh,
isn't
God.
the third promise.
Oh, no.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
Damn it.
The third promise remembers us. Such
Can't help
honor.
it. Twitter's already ruined this character for me. I don't get the thirst posting though. He seems like an asshole so far. Although that seems to be what people like.
On your name, brother. And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any
I
bearing
kind of
on
like the
right
idea of
succession,
dumbasses
correct?
trying to pick
Let's not
fights.
waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
I do love this idea of like dumb motherfuckers trying to pick fights having no idea who the Warrior of Light is yet. It'd be like everyone in this entire country would have their faces stomped in by me in a second and none of them realize that yet.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo.
Okay, so the name differences
The
are
Bunewa.
definitely not like tribal differences or whatever.
And the Dopro.
I guess we're just now
Everyone's
getting
the
Mammal
great
Jaw
warrior.
with
The
name
two-headed
names
offspring
rather
is
than
born
just
from a
like Mammal
union
Jaw
between
whatever.
the brown-scaled Hubico and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest.
Okay.
As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
Sure. Let's
The
do it.
palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know.
What? No tacos?
Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
Aww.
So it goes.
No tacos! It appears, my friend, you are taco-less. This is fucking stupid. Looking forward to trying some authentic Tuliol cuisine. But we should hurry and join Alphino and the others at the palace. Alright. It's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Resplendent Quarter. Or even the eastern side of Talon March if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city is laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Volok Shunsa. My poor empty belly. Either side's gonna be about the same, I think. Set up from the Resplendent Quarter, I suppose. Yes, no, maybe so. Am I even going the right? Yeah, okay. It just has this weird angle on it that makes it look weird. Off. This should be the last Ethernet that I need to grab. Very jazzy, the music for the new zone. And are we good? Yep. All the Ethernet shards in Tuliolal. Big friggin' doors. So that's what happens when you have giants doing your construction for you. Boom, boom. You made it. Good. Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat the whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Okay. Just the coffers I'm holding on to, alright. Grab my next snack, I suppose. A bunch of crap I can start getting rid of. Like, there's a bunch of things I've pretty much consigned myself to, like, I'm not going to do it on this character at this point, so I should start selling some of this stuff I'm holding on to. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Set aside sufficient time. Yes, I will. I even grabbed another snack. Acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. The unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them not to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly squirrels. I understand all too well. Charlian had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa would want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Given how impulsive he is? Jesus. This city is just already here fighting.
Estinian? When did he get here?
More to the point, why is he here?
Why is he here? Yep.
Oh, you know this man?
No. No affiliation whatsoever. I've never seen him in my life.
Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
God.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
Mm-hmm.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Oh, hi guys.
Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
That cat there. Sorry, just correcting you there, Stinian. Look no further than that dumbass cat there. I love that Estinian also like sells me out. He's like, "You want formidable? Fight him."
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
Just choose the direction and go.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
Yeah, pretty much.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
It's asleep.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat.
Mm-hmm.
But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant.
Better. Huh? Change your name.
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Mm-hmm.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
Oh, you're not gonna go on an adventure. I'm sure he'll bumble his way into an adventure, just like I always do. So, and the end would be Kwana Bakujaja. I'm guessing that one would be Zoralja then, since she already mentioned Zoralja as a brother.
The first promise.
Yep.
Zoralja. The second promise. Kona.
Kona. Okay, so not Kona.
The third promise. Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja.
Ah, got it.
You four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away. And it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young. And so I look to thee always for inspiration. The rite of succession. The means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the
Yeah, because he basically would have been able to get it uncontested if that were the case.
But to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against.
Good luck with that.
Ah, though it seems the one head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
I like Coda so far. Coda's having none of your shit. He's like, shut the fuck
Now
up.
for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the rite of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
Aha.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact.
I'm used to dwelling in the land of fairy tales.
Then to assume you have proof of the city's existence.
I offer as proof my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own four eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place.
You need to actually prove that you could get in.
Bring them.
Huh? Big triumphant tune suddenly starts. What is this we're about to get? Right, it's the story.
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples
yes.
step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth.
So, like, meet each of the tribes, face a giant threat like Valagarmonda. Probably will turn out to be Valagarmonda, but we'll see. And eventually reach the Golden City.
Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll...
Oops.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Visit each tribe, get the keystone, slot them in, and then you can open the gate to the city.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. He's not giving up the throne to anyone that he knows has the strength to defend it, but also the mind to, like, bring people together and make them work together in this nation. That's why you have to go to the various groups and earn their keystones before you go to the city.
Let me have this final indulgence.
But as I was saying, one of the Tuliyola saga was him facing Valagarmonda. I don't know how we get a keystone for that one. Because I assume we have to face a threat, but I don't know if there's anyone just sitting around waiting to give us a keystone if we win. Maybe there is.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
Not a chance.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
Yeah, otherwise you're not going to be able to get into the city.
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryo Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you? It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time.
Let's say, like, find your way into the City of Gold. Maybe then you'll find your answers.
I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request, would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
In order to tell her what went on with her grandfather, he basically has to reveal some secret about the city or something.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
No, that's what we're here for anyway.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Oh man, suddenly they're just bouncing all over the place. Is that because of the game running, or is my computer just getting hot because I'm not running my fans in my room anymore? Oh well.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of
Bringing
this?
this up. See if that fixes it a little. There we go. Just need to bring that to the forefront, I guess, to give it a higher priority. I don't know why that would have a low priority anyway. Let me double check that. Shouldn't that have like the highest priority possible? That's normal priority. That's stupid. That should be high priority. So should that. Hopefully they stay high priority now. Alright. Oh good, I went back into the game and it immediately started lagging again. What the hell? The second I alt-tab out of the game, it stops lagging. Like, watch. Alt-tab back into the game now. Yeah, it's definitely Final Fantasy XIV then. The second I tab into the game, it starts lagging, and the second I tab out, it stops. Huh. It's interesting. I guess it's because of this cutscene. Maybe just the new graphic update and all that stuff, and the new graphic settings that I have set just cannot handle this many people in a cutscene that well. Oh well.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm.
I'm good, Aaronville.
Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil.
So?
If you are
Like, we haven't been there
second-guessing your
before?
decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Nope, I'm good.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road.
As soon as it went over to a different scene, suddenly I stopped lagging again. Yeah, it's the courtyard. It's the courtyard with the, like, dozens of NPCs in the background. My friggin' computer can't handle this shit.
But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
See? And now I'm lagging again. Yeah, it's definitely this courtyard and all these NPCs. I'm here for a new journey, a new adventure, dude.
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Uh-huh.
Here they come!
It's Saralja!
Such a fearsome meme. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
So it seems like the, from what I can see, from the two-head ones, it seems as if these ones that have these, like, more crazy lizard eyes with the sockets that are all out like this are basically, like, the wise ones, right? Hey, Shandy.
It's you, baby.
Welcome in, Raiders. MSQ spoilers for Dawntrail. I am playing through the MSQ today. I'm at the very beginning. I'm only doing level 90 quests right now, but spoiler warning. Give you one of those, and then also one of the actual Twitch ones. Welcome in, everybody. My VTuber is not handling this courtyard very well. I was testing it out and realizing it's specifically this courtyard. Even when it switched over to a different scene, my VTuber was fine. It's particularly this courtyard with all these NPCs and stuff in it. My computer just does not want to handle it. So, oh well. Just finished level 95 MSQ and you're live on Friday, so we're good probably. Okay. Yeah. So it seems to me that the mammal jaw that have like the flat eyes, the like white milky ones, are like some of the best warriors, and these ones with the like lizardy eyes all bugging out like crazy, these ones are like casters and wise men and things like that. Which makes sense for when you get the two-headed mammal jaw, and then you have like one is these guys and they're all wise and stuff, and then one is the great warrior. Solution is simple. We kill the NPCs. Kill the NPCs. Oh god. We must kill about half these people in this cutscene. That'll be good. Like, look at all these freaking NPCs here. And it's a bunch of copy-paste. It's obvious a bunch of copy-paste. But my computer still doesn't like it. Commander of the Lens God, yep.
Serelja, the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the
The
crowd,
Bunewa are more magic-y and the Bigo, yeah, are more martial. Yeah, they were mentioning that before. That they're specifically, the two heads are a blending of those particular tribes. Which is interesting to me that you can't, like, apparently you can't get a two-head out of any blending of the three tribes. It has to specifically be those two, which is odd. But yeah. I wasn't sure if the two-head thing, having, like, a more wise magic-y one and a more physical warrior one was just part of what they were. But it seems like even the normal Bunewa or whatever guys are also just the wise men and sages and stuff like that. Just careful to remind the crowds Zoralja is indeed an yeah. There's also a third tribe that does not get mentioned much, but I can't remember the name.
Like the first promise?
No, there was a third tribe. Wooklamont was just talking about them while we were exploring the town, that there's 3 tribes, but for some reason the only two-headed ones you can get is specifically blending those 2 tribes.
After a fashion, common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children.
Really?
Yet Zoralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales.
Huh.
An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
Nerds. That was interesting.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman.
Can we get out of this courtyard, please?
Some
I hate
even
that it's...
say that the son has already surpassed the sire.
I hate that it's destroying my VTuber so badly, but it looks like they're going to do every single one of the promises, and he's going to go on some long tangent about each one, so we're going to be here a while. Alfie is blue, so he's a nerd. Yeah. Oh, God.
Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists.
Now you all have to think about is the disgusting, disgusting fan art you'll see of a two-headed Alphino Alice on one body. Get that thought out of your head ever now. Now that I've put it there, it's stuck there forever.
This puts him in direct opposition to Wooklamont, who advocates
Mental
for the
construction
preservation
sure
of
is an
peace.
abomination most foul. Yeah.
You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Zoralja, the war
I'm
monk.
still stuck on the logistics of how Gulul Jaja gave birth to Zoralja. Yeah, if they're supposed to be infertile, I don't know. Either something about his quest to find the City of Gold gave him some special ability, or maybe Zoralja is not actually his child. Maybe he actually is just adopted and he's been pretending that this is his natural born child. I don't know. But the fact that he has features reminiscent of both sides of Gulul Jaja, it's less likely. Anyway, I finally found a solution. I just alt-tab back into the game, skip the dialogue, and immediately alt-tab out of the game. So my VTuber can move fine as long as I'm not tabbed into the game. So I just have to alt-tab out after every line of dialogue.
The echo.
I'm just like, did he make himself pregnant,
Gave
or...?
me a glimpse into Zoralja's
No.
ambitions.
Oh, they're probably bad.
Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire.
Hmm.
It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Great. Okay, so Zoralja cannot be allowed to win. I do like the fact that, like, all of the technological advancements the city has had were brought back by him, like, 3 years ago. I was talking about that earlier.
Promise.
The fact
You
that
must
like
bring us more marvelous
Aetherites are
conveniences,
ancient
more
and
dirigibles and trains and
airships
the
have
like.
been around
We
since
need
the
you in
Garleans came to
charge make
power,
trading
and they're all
easier.
like decades or centuries old and stuff, but like all of the big technological
they
advancements were all just
complain
brought
about
here by
abandoned
Kona 3 years
tradition.
ago, so it's like all
But we're
brand
not
new.
like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the rite of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's our Kona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Actually, one option I could do is auto advance. I don't usually use auto advance because I don't like the game to decide for me when it's ready to go on to the next dialogue, but if it's gonna screw up my VTuber right now, I can use auto advance for this scene at least.
Twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
Yeah.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
Oh. You mean kind of like
So it's
Aaronville,
Kona
huh?
who introduced the dirigibles.
Only when
And
it's
the
a
railway
voice
too,
scene.
given what we
I don't
just
even
heard.
usually use it during voice scenes, because sometimes I like to
furtherance of
stop
his
in the
goal,
middle of their dialogue
to
and just
enrich
go off on a
Tuiyola with
tangent
every
talking to
bright
my chat
notion he
about
learned
something,
of in
so...
Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation.
But if the scene is over bloated with NPCs and my VTuber can't
As
handle it, I
aloof
guess
as he
I'll
may
just do
seem,
it.
Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well.
Oh, ad break.
They bicker and banter as
Good
only
timing,
close
ad
siblings do.
breaks, thanks. Fucking ads, man. In fact, let me go ahead and stop it there, so it won't auto advance. And go ahead and take a quick little break so that this cutscene doesn't auto advance on us. For hopping up, get a drink, get a snack, whatever. I will not progress until the ads are over. Again, people who are stuck behind ads can't hear me say that, but whatever. We will be back in about 3 minutes. I will see you guys soon. Because I actually pay attention to it. Oof. All that phlegma right in my face, man. Trash that lens, but I shouldn't be auto-trashing it. Oh no, not King Slime. What will I ever do? What could I possibly do against King Slime? Oh, wait. With Yustola, every time she yeets herself into the live stream, everyone's like, oh my god, she's gone forever! I'm like, she'll be back in 10 minutes. She'll be fine. We'll see her again in about like 5 seconds. Especially that second time. Second time she yeeted herself into the live stream, everyone was like, oh no! And Emmett's like... And there she was. You know what I mean? Emmett just like, snap his fingers and boom, she's back. It wasn't even a long time of like, oh no, will she be okay? Will she live? Where's she gonna show up? When's she gonna show up? Emmett's just like, yeah, whatever. So I'll just wait till like art mode or something. Uh-oh, I think something just awoke in Aaron. Oh boy. Alright, everyone just guard this area. There we go. Have them surround the safe. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? Like, yep. Normal everyday game, thanks.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
You know, I bet he was sitting inside the crystal tower, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, he's here, he's here, he's here! I have to go meet him! Does my hair look good? I have to go meet him! Right. Alright. Oh, there we go. Since my room overheats like crazy in the middle of summer like it is now, and I'm forced to do ads every hour by Twitch anyway, I figure I may as well actually take the ad break so I don't skip through, especially story, in the middle of people trying to watch my stream, and I can just, like, turn my portable AC that I have in my room, like, up to full blast, where it would be completely noticeable if I were streaming when I did that. And just let it air out my room for about 3 minutes. What the hell?
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant.
Sure you know.
That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyolan.
Kind of like the idea that the two heads have it in their two heads, that like they're blessed and chosen, and they have the right to rule all Mammal Jaw, and yet they're also infertile. It's like,
well said, brother.
Shouldn't that indicate that maybe that's a genetic dead end rather than the blessed chosen?
The Mamulja finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
Undoubtedly take it for the Mammal Jaw and tell everyone else to piss off.
And so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself.
I'm pretty sure the only thought in his head is, I have two heads, I must rule. If he does become
Dawn servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Yeah. She really doesn't have a ton of supporters, does she? But hey, some people like her.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war.
Yup.
The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Yeah. Bunch of old people.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuk-Lamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
I didn't even know.
Of the Dawn's promise. I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Well, so what?
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's
So?
Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
Except it is.
It's
Joke's on you.
fine.
It is
More
a
than
competition,
anyone,
and if she wins,
I
all your
understand how much better my
bickering and
brothers are
talking
than me.
behind her back means nothing because she won.
Better. Wuk-Lamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack.
Yes. Your indomitable stupidity.
Yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should
Sometimes you need an idiot to be on the throne, because it's the only way you can just keep peace and not have, like, everything must change when I take the throne kind of people.
Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your
I
victory.
wonder how
with
my VTuber can handle it now that everyone's left. Oh yeah, he handles it just fine now that everyone's pissed off. Look. Now that everyone else is gone, I can handle this freaking courtyard just fine. She also has the advantage of actually giving a fuck about what the people want. Yeah. Yeah. Kona might care to a degree, but then Kona seems off in his own universe. Like, he's thinking about the technological advancements of the next 1,000 years, so he's not really paying attention to anything around him, it seems like. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep using these ones up, these 4% XP buffs or whatever. I don't know. No reason to hold on to them. If there's something else we can get that has a 4% XP buff, then I can just get more of it later. And if there's not, then there's no real reason to hold on to these like they're freaking solid gold. Just use them up. So much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course. But others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliyollal saga. But I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars. We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. I mean, we already... Studium added to Unending Codex. Okay. We already, like, have our next duty. He wants us to go to each tribe, basically, and earn their acceptance, pretty much. I honestly find it fairly impressive if Bakul Jaja even manages to get anywhere near the end if you're supposed to earn the, like, the keystone from each of the tribes. I don't think he could lower himself to bothering to doing, like, errands for anyone else. Boom, boom. It's to say about that, but I will not. I do kind of like the music for this area. The day, especially the day, but both the day and the night theme for Tuliyollal are like much more jazzy than I thought they would be. And like the daytime song even seems like something you do like swing dancing to or something. That makes everyone. Look them out the tablets if you would. Of course. everyone has a tablet, and let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Yeah, I'm still interested in how we're supposed to get a keystone for the battle with Valagarmonda tablet. Like, I assume it will be Valagarmonda, but I assume that the thought is supposed to be you're gonna face a really dangerous enemy or something like that. And I guess there'd just be some observer standing by watching to see if you win, who could actually give you the keystone. But I have no idea how that part's actually gonna play out. Because there's no way in hell they keep talking about this, like, fabled creature that's super dangerous of this new world, like, 12 times over the course of the game in trailers and then finally being launched and all that, and you don't actually face it at some point as, like, a trial. See something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. But now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we're to retrace the path he walked in uniting Tural's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliolal saga. Yes, but what order? Events the glyphs portray, do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. The degree to which CS3 does not give a fuck about spoilers is hilarious, though, because they actually showed the Valagarmonda fight in the live letter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? That's why I really think, like, of course it's just gonna be Valagarmonda. You're right, they did show it in a live letter at some point. Yeah, that's insane. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. The one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Oh, is this going to be one of those splits in the MSQ? Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. We had a lot of talk as we toured the city about the storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yoktoral several days ago. Used it to demonstrate an example of the new alert system they added to combat duties. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they're most susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, let's go get tacos again! Leave it to me, I'll bring the information to us. I mean, that's where you're supposed to go to get information, right? Is like a tavern or a bar or a pub or a place to get food and drinks, right? So let's go get more tacos. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Chi boss fate. I don't need that. Dude, I still love these houses. Oh, God. If I could have my anything, it would be a place like this. MSQ's been giving you subliminal messages to eat tacos. I know. We only went there for the very first time just before Bakul Jaja crushed them, and I think I want to go get Mexican tomorrow. Like, tacos sounded so good. They didn't even show them on screen. They were in a bag, and I'm like, I think I want to go get Mexican tomorrow. I would love to have a place like that. right on the water. Little cabin right on the water. So good. They ordered tacos Friday because of it. That's right, the reservation is under Vuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zabali of Taya. I'd love to have someone actually voice that one in a cutscene. I think it's Zabali of Taya, but I haven't seen someone actually say it yet. There's a lot of things like that in this one. Just like, what the fuck are those words and how do you pronounce them? But that's how it goes, I guess. Greetings, visitors to Tuliolot, and welcome to the Forard Cabins. I think I just saw a fucking spider crawling up my wall. That's great, wonderful. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. Please do. I want to wake up with the sun at like 7 or 8 tomorrow morning and then dive straight into the ocean for a nice morning swim. Dude, if you've never had the chance to do that and you get a chance, like, it was in Maui. I went with my family. We had a place right off the ocean. It wasn't a stilted cabin like this. It was a place that was just like on the ocean, right on the beach. Dude, waking up in Hawaii with the friggin' morning sun and just walking out of your cabin and immediately going and taking a dive in the ocean is so fun. Why are we heading away from the cabins that I'm interested in? What is this? Oh yeah, that is a little spider. It's not a dangerous one. Oh? Is it tacos? Yes, no, maybe so. Where the hell are they? Is that upstairs? Excuse me. Pardon me. There it is. Await your companions and embark on the rite of succession. Oh wait, that's to continue on with the rite of succession? Oh, so is the... It is. Nope, not happening, game. I missed the fact that the Ferrard cabins were just getting labeled as like an inn room. That's all that was happening there. I thought this was the next bit of like story, which it is, technically. But I didn't know it was like leave town next bit of story. I want to check out the cabin. I hope it's not just the same exact inn room you always get. Oh, no, it is. It is different. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's perfect. Yep, absolutely. Yep, a place in Hawaii or something with a little outing like this, and you literally just jump right off of this wooden dock thing right into the water. Just go for a swim in the morning. I'm just glad this has not prompted a resurgence, the early 2000s trend of just shouting the word tacos with no context because teehee, I'm so random. I think I missed that one. I think I may have missed that trend, and I'm kind of glad I did. I need to, yes, I need to snag a... Saga in Stone, no. I assume it was cutscene 5. I missed my chance to snag a screenshot when I wanted one. I assume it's cutscene 5. Let's see. No, not cutscene 5. Must be cutscene 4. Also, can I please tell it to be specifically daytime? Hopefully it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the next morning. Do I have to go through all of the... I was hoping it'd be just the cutscene. I think I have to go through all this stuff, though. And I can't skip it, because... Oh well. That's fine. No reason to rush yourself. Take your time and enjoy the new story. Since I stream this stuff, I often get too much into the mindset of like, let's get through as much as I can. Let's get through as much as I can in the time I have. Kind of thing. And I need to not. I need to slow down and just enjoy it. Yeah, I was saying earlier in the stream, I want to try and do about a level of MSQ per stream, right? So around the time I hit the quests that are now level 91, right? I'll either stop right there, or I'll try to find like what's the next really like natural stopping point in the story and stop there. Right? And then do like about 1 level of MSQ each stream. 1 day a week to force yourself to slow down with it. Limit yourself to 1 MSQ battle content per day. Yeah. Yeah, like one bit of like one dungeon or one trial or one whatever. Yeah, I can see that. I'm probably only gonna get about 1. I might be able to get 2. But I'm only guaranteeing 1 per week because I'm also still working on that free trial completionist thing, and I'm doing that as like a weekly thing out on YouTube as a series sort of update kind of thing each week to see how much I get done. And so I need to have at least 1 stream of the free trial stuff each week too. So, day you're not doing MSQ if you stream, you're just doing side content. Yeah. I should be skipping all of this. All of this, I don't need to listen to it. I already did.
Shit.
Today was basically just crafter deliveries only. Yeah. I want the launch trailer shot. And it was here, but the first time around, I was too slow to remember what the hell my keybind for screenshot was. So I missed it.
Bringing us all this way.
Today was basically but I started with Pokemon anyway, yeah.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway.
Skip all this stuff. I want the trailer shot game. Come on. I do like that you can rewatch the cutscene bits through the Unending Journey book, so that you can be like, crap, I missed the important thing. You hit a wall with your alchemist. Oof. What are you, like, not able to craft the thing you need to craft next, or can't gather something you need for it, or whatever? Here it is. Couldn't start the second juice bar delivery. Oh, okay.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities.
Uh-huh.
I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Come on.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Just snap like 3 or 4 of them at the moment.
There. Look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Huzzah. Get that one too. Alright, let me double check and see if I actually got the good ones. Dawntrail! Did I not? That's the screenshot button, game. What the hell? Huh. Oh well. For some reason it didn't want to work. Whatever. I'll go back and do it on my own time then. Ended up liking Wilmot much more than they expected to. I like Wilmot so far. And she's goofy as hell, but I do like her a lot so far. Oh, tiny little orchestrion that's like a little radio. I like that. It's cool. Toy chest, summoning bell, glamour dresser. I don't even want to deal with the summoning bell right now. Those who don't know, I have not had an active subscription like since I played 6.5, I think. Since I played the end of post-Endwalker, I think was the last time I had the active subscriptions. It's been a little while. I'm like, I don't even want to touch some of these things. Like, I'll get around to my retainers eventually, but not on stream, because I'm thinking there's going to be about an hour or two of just rearranging their inventories and, like, taking down everything they were selling and putting up new stuff and all that. So I have no interest in that right now. Just not realize the extent to which you'd end up liking her. God damn it, Kiri. Hi, nerd! New here. Totally new, Kiri. Yep, definitely. You definitely haven't been abusing me with thousands of points for years now. It's the amount of ventures you keep forgetting to re-gear them. Yeah, there's that. Like I said, I'll get around to the retainers at some point, just not on stream. Because I'm going to have to screw around with them for probably a couple hours to get them sorted out after all this time. Boom, boom. Hello there. Trust you to be the keenest to head out, Ash. Where in Velen Wuklamot, I wonder? Ah, they brought a Hanu and a Palu. Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we needed information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. Also, maintenance in 1 hour in case you weren't keeping... Oh, crap! Maintenance in an hour. I forgot about that. Okay, let's try and find a nice breakpoint then. I've been going for 3 hours anyway on my stream, which is generally like the minimum time I like to stream. And given that it's summer, I tend to be hitting the minimum stream point more often these days and then being like, okay, too hot, I'm melting, time to turn my fan on. Give you credit for taking initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least? I'm honored that the third promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. Link pearls? I assume. What's this? It's called a link pearl. A gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. These fucking quantum entangled pearls you stick in your ear. Like, and we just gloss over that like it's not the most insane thing in physics anyone has ever heard. Like, quantum entangled pearls that you speak and they vibrate your words in the other person's ear. It's like, what the hell? So that's so, what a handy thing to have. Link pearls is like the most glossed over, like, dude, that's like life-changing for the universe type thing in the whole game. Be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. Especially in a universe in which tomestones exist and the game treats tomestones like they're basically supposed to be smartphones. Right? Like they're information storage devices. It's basically a two-way radio, but magic. Yeah. But, like, there's no room to fit technology in it. All they do is harvest a link pearl out of a shell, and boom, it's a link pearl. So there's like no tech involved. I don't know how this thing is. It's crazy. But yeah, like I said, this is a universe where tomestones exist and they basically just made them smartphones and we don't use those to communicate at all. I like link pearls, but it is the most like unexplained because I don't think the devs have a real explanation for it thing in this entire game. Like they just made it up for convenience and no one has a fucking clue how it's supposed to actually work. They do some magics on it before they give it to you, I think. I'd hope so. Dude, maybe I really should be getting rid of that. What's the, where's the... Was it in graphics? It's probably in graphics. No. It must be in character then. UI? No, no, no. There's a Garlean NPC in Old Charlian who complains about how uncivilized the Charlians are because they don't even have radios to communicate. That's just like, oh honey, like we don't need radios. It's probably here. There it is. Nearby players to quest NPCs. Nearby players when interacting. I don't need to hide nearby party members. I think that's fine. Just get rid of the nearby players so that my people can load in a little faster. Like when I come out of that little scene and it's like, speak to Wook Lamont. It's like, well, Wook Lamont was right here. And it takes like a minute and a half for Wook Lamont to load in. It's like, oh, that's gotta go. The Tulio saga features a number of Thrall's clans. Two of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city. So I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are a cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okanu, is located in Kozamauka. The other smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Okapacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold, and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wakunpelo. Wakunpelo? The village. I don't think they craft. I thought the Pelu were merchants, specifically merchants, like trade and money and stuff like that. I thought the Moblins were the crafters. Like Moblins made all the items and then the Pelu just like sold and bought them basically. As for deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put that adventurer's instinct of yours to work for us? Pick our destination. Yep, this is a bifurcated MSQ section. They're mostly merchants, but some of them make things to sell, and some of them are alpaca ranchers. Dude, I love the alpaca. I walked in, I saw it was an alpaca keep or whatever rather than chocobo keep right in this zone. I took one look at that alpaca with its big empty eyes, its completely empty brain, no thoughts whatsoever in its head, and I'm like, that is the perfect mount for me. I want it. It's just like, no thoughts, head empty of the alpaca. I'm like, that's perfect for my dumbass cat boy. Quest, the main scenario will branch into 2 quest paths. Accepting the quest for the helpful Hanu will temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu, and vice versa. Yeah. Yeah, this is just bifurcated MSQ right here. We'll eventually have to do both, but we're not there yet. Okapacha will become available once you have completed this quest. Kozama Uka. So you find alpaca keeps where you hire the alpaca porter and it just jumps right into the sky. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I might call the stream here because I've been going for 3 hours. I know I was saying about a level of MSQ, but the fact that we just hit a bifurcated MSQ section and they're both still 90 makes me think I'm going to have to finish both of these MSQ chunks to come back before the game goes to 91. And I don't think I have that time it's going to take to do both of these tonight, not with maintenance coming in about an hour. That is correct, yeah. I'd have to do both of these and then come back, and then we'll go to 91, most likely. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and call MSQ for tonight, because we've been going for about just over 3 hours. Next stream is going to be Wednesday, and that, as long as I didn't horribly break my install of Final Fantasy XIV by buying and registering Dawntrail, as long as it still works the way it's supposed to, the Wednesday stream will be more of the free trials MSQ for the free trial completionist playthrough thing I'm doing. I'm uploading those every Friday on YouTube, and I need to get more MSQ footage for the one for this week. I've got a lot of crafting and gathering and all that sort of stuff, leaves and that sort of stuff off stream, but I'm going to run the MSQ again on Wednesday to get more footage for this week's episode on YouTube. On that one, the part of MSQ we're up to in that is still an ARR, and we're at the point where we go to Fall Gourd. So, like, we just finished the little Alamigo introduction to the Alamegan Resistance guys there, and now we're going to Fall Gourd, which is kind of just another chunk of, like, meet the locals, learn about the problems, all that sort of stuff. So that's probably what I'll be doing on Wednesday. And then Friday, the next episode should come out, and probably sometime this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, will be the next time I come back to do Dawntrail MSQ. Because that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to split my streams so that I do the one free trial MSQ stream each week, and then whatever other streams I have that week, I'll probably do Dawntrail MSQ, which may just be one, it may be two. It'll probably just be one each week, because I'm really kind of behind on my YouTube, like, editing and uploading stuff for YouTube, and that's part of why I've sort of slowed down the number of days I stream, is so I can focus more on, like, spending time editing and stuff. Anyway, let me pop over to Twitch. Let me see who's playing. Let's see if I can maybe even find someone who's starting out with Dawntrail MSQ, but I'll try to keep it pretty low. Shandy said there were 95 in the MSQ, so I probably won't try to keep it at someone at 90, because I don't know if there's anyone who's going to be that low like I am, but I'll try to keep it under like 95-ish, so about the same area. No idea where that person is. This person is up to 98. Urkapacha Fate Farming. Samurai leveling. Maybe just fate farming stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, roulettes and Viper unlock, huh? That could be interesting. They've been going for about 3 hours. Let's see what they're up to here. You've been fate farming, yeah. And crafting mats. That's something I'm going to be doing off stream, is like gathering and crafting and stuff. Yeah, let's go there. What I don't like is those bicolor gemstones for mats. Yeah, you always do. Alright, let me do... Let me go ahead and just type it into Twitch for the raid. That working? Yep, that's working. Alright. Go ahead and drop it here, so it goes to both chats, hopefully. There we go. That is where we are going tonight. To Gungirl Maya. If you get left behind by the Twitch raid, or if you are on YouTube and you'd like to join us over in my stream, then go ahead and click there, and I will see you guys over there, and I will see you Wednesday for more free trial stuff, and this weekend for more Dawntrail MSQ. Night.